Hi, I'm RTG, and welcome to my next episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. And as you can see, I am in my favourite place of all, the Nether. Now, I'm here because when I said I had fully enchanted diamond armour in the last episode, it wasn't quite true. I'm missing two enchantments, Swift Sneak and Soul Speed. Now, Swift Sneak I can only get from going to an ancient city, and I am not going to one of those yet. Nope. But Soul Speed here I can get by Piglin bartering. So I've been out to the Badlands again and got myself some gold, and it's time to give it a go and see if I can get Soul Speed. Hopefully 2 copies of Soul Speed 3 for both my sets of boots, these and my diamond ones. However, if this isn't enough and it doesn't work, I may have to consider making an actual gold farm. However, I've got these 2 lined up here to barter with, so let's see how it goes. And there it is. After 2.5-ish stacks of gold, I have got 2 copies of Soul Speed 3. So I guess I won't need to build a gold farm after all. Yet. Right, let's just let these guys out. Nice trading with you fellas. I'll take this down as well, because I really need it. And then we'll head back. And go put these enchantments on. I'm gonna need some more levels. And there we go, both sets of boots done. Right, the next thing I want to do is actually to do with my XP farm here. I've been thinking about it and tinkering with it in creative, and this double hopper clock system I've got set up here is unnecessary. I only need the one, I just need to set it up right, plus this is all ugly and exposed. So I'm going to do something about that. There, that's all done and tested and working, but as it's changed a little bit, I suppose I need to let you guys know what's going on here, which means it's time for...
Rubbish redstone time!
Okay, first of all, we have just one hopper clock here now. Now, at the moment, this hopper is being locked by virtue of this copper bulb being on, which means the clock can't run. We've got the materials stuck in here. So what happens is when you press that button on the stone here now, as well as lighting the campfire with the flint and steel and splashing a potion of infestation, it turns this copper bulb off, which unlocks this hopper and allows the items to flow into there. Once that's all completed, this redstone block is pushed here, which takes the signal away from here, but that does not affect the state of the copper bulb here. And then when the items in here cycle back into here, the redstone block is pushed back, puts a signal down this line again, which does change the state of this copper bulb, That output there is then detected by this observer, which sends a pulse along this redstone wire this way, up to these repeaters and up there to pop the water bucket in and out and extinguish the campfire. But it also travels along here, round up here, through this repeater and back up to this copper bulb to turn it back on, and relock this hopper to prevent the clock from just running again. And it is set again for just over 3 minutes to give the potion of infestation time to work and run out. So, that's the end of
Rubbish redstone time!
Right, well, I know what you're thinking. I said it was ugly and exposed before, and now look at it. Well, now that it's complete, it's time to cover this over. So I'll just get on with that. There, much better. So now, as much as the circuitry as possible is hidden, and it's a bit simpler too. So that should serve me well from now on. So I decided to put a couple of farmers in the spare slots in my trading hall here, partly to get myself a good supply of golden carrots, but also to get hold of these, apples. Luckily they both turned out to trade them, so I didn't have to dispose of any villagers. But the reason I want those is so I can make golden apples. However, to make them in this sort of quantity, I am going to need a gold farm after all. So that means I need to get up on the nether roof. Oh, this'll be fun.
Huh?
So, now that we've successfully got onto the nether roof, it's time to gather the resources to build the gold farm. This could take a while. Well, I've got all the things I need, including making an ender chest to contain the bulk of the stuff because I can't carry it in my inventory. So, let's get this built. And there we are, a gold farm. Right, to start it, I should just need to do this. And stand here. And now we wait. Well, with the gold farm complete, there's just one more thing I need to do. If I'm getting elytra, then I'm going to need firework rockets. And for those, I'm going to need a proper sugarcane farm and a gunpowder farm. So it's time to gather a load of resources for those and find a good spot to build it. So let's get on with it. Well, I think I've found a good spot. Nice deep ocean here. I would have liked to go a bit further out, but that could be a problem if I do, although I will remember that that is there. So, time to get set up to build it. So I was on my way to a mangrove spot swamp I found way back in one of my earlier videos, and on the way there I came across this village and I've spotted something. That is a pink sheep. A naturally spawning pink sheep. It's the first time I've ever found one in Minecraft. Right, time to chop down that tree, make a boat. There. I will be back for you later. I'm absolutely tweaking now, because every time I see a pig, I think it's another pink sheep. Aha! There it is. And more of it. Good. Should be plenty of mud. I cannot believe I killed the pink sheep. I should have turned on hitboxes. What an idiot. I know flipping well I'll never find another, at least not in this world. Oh well, back on with the creeper and sugarcane farm. Well, I've got all my resources here, all gathered in these chests. So, time to start building this firework rocket farm. I think I'll start with the sugarcane side of it. Well, it's done. One 4-layer sugarcane farm here. Slime block flying machine type. What we can really see from there. And a flushing type creeper farm, which seems to be working reasonably well. Got a reasonable amount of gunpowder here. Plenty of paper because I constructed that first and it was running the whole time. Yeah, although... there we go. Here comes more creepers. Yeah. And to get this to make fireworks, I've got droppers leading into this auto crafter here, and a little timer circuit, very simple one to trigger one ingredient another and then power it. And all I need to do to get that working is hit this note block. And as you can see, I've already made a fair few fireworks, so I'm going to have plenty to take with me to the end when I go, and that will be happening in the next video. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And whilst you're there, leave a like on the video too. It really helps me out, and it would be really nice if I could hit 100 subscribers before the next video comes out. Anyway, that's about it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!